carpet or doing interviews. You'll find her with celebrities and all the latest news. She's here, she's there, she's everywhere, she's always on the go. So sit back, relax, and get ready. This is the Corey Taylor Talks Show.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Corey Taylor Talks, live from Las Vegas. I was going to say, I have the one, the only, my favorite guest. I absolutely just adore having him on every single time. It's so much fun. The one and only Michael Godard.
Thank you. It's so nice to see you. Oh, God, I taste good. Okay, never mind.
So how the heck are you?
I'm doing well, man. I've been busy. We have been traveling a whole lot because the cruise lines have been shut down. But, on the other side, before COVID started, I had the cruise line thing that was my main gig, and then land events. Well, during COVID, what they did is they started doing live auctions, kind of like a giant Zoom meeting. Yeah. So that's something that's kind of still going on. So it's, that's kind of cool, third thing. And then Park West, which has always been, out on the cruise lines or whatever, is now built actual galleries. They built a gallery over Caesar's Palace, and they got some other ones coming. They built one in Hawaii. So
wow.
Yeah. So I'm excited.
Now you got an excuse to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I
gotta work it. So other than that, daughter's getting ready to have a baby, making me a
so
grandfather.
Excited for her.
What else am I doing? I've been working on some crazy paintings. Working on a hummingbird that I literally, it's a huge painting, but last summer, we had a ton of hummingbirds, and I thought, why don't I paint one of you guys? Can you hold still? It was easier than an olive. And so I started painting some hummingbirds, but it's a great big canvas. I'm taking wine and turning it into a hummingbird.
That's cool.
And then I didn't like what I did, so I got another big 6-foot canvas and started all over again. Then I liked the one I've originally started better. And it's literally been the longest I've ever spent on a painting, but it's coming out good. So there's that.
I'm sure it'll all be worth it, though, because honestly, I was just telling you, we met years ago now, which is crazy, but we went to, when you were doing your alcohol line, we went to meet you because we saw you were doing a sign. We were so excited, and I begged you to be on my show, and you were so kind and agreed to it. But I grew up absolutely obsessed with your work. My mom made me obsessed with it when I was a kid. She would take me to Planet Hollywood when it was there. And we would go there all the time and look at your stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's just the best. So, and you are such a kind, good-hearted person.
I don't know what to say that other than, you got to look at your mom and kind of raise one eyebrow and go, okay, I wasn't old enough to drink, and she's introducing me to the guy who's famous for martinis. Like, wow, what a cool mom do I have.
No, but you're absolutely amazing. You're so talented, and your success, I think, even comes because you're a good person. People want to work with you.
I try.
And you give back to the community so much, and it's really an honor to call you a friend.
Thanks, thank you. No, I appreciate that very, very much. Yeah, it's been a lot of fun, and I am when I'm not busy being Mr. Artist, it has been crazy. One of the big things that's going on is that our business has grown. A few businesses actually have grown, and so we've outgrown our building. Yeah. So we got a new building we're going to be moving into in March or April, which is about 4 times as big as the one we have now.
Wow.
It's really big, and but we're getting into a lot of new stuff. And then the opposite has happened at my house. So like during COVID, we had family, had my mom there, had my sister-in-law there, and some other people there. So this great big house worked wonderfully to keep everybody safe, all that. Well, now everybody's gone. There's just me, Leanne, and the dog. So, and this great big house. And so it really kind of taught me that I don't really need as much stuff. Like I looked at my fancy cars and I was like, that's a beautiful car. And how often do I really drive it? Like once every 2 months. So I got rid of it. So now we're moving from, Goddard's big house to Goddard Teeny. Oh, that should be an email for me. Anyways, Goddardini. But so that's good. But I'm enjoying it. It kind of, this whole thing kind of caused me to sort of reflect. I'm sure it did with everybody about what's important, what's not. All the things we thought were going to happen, didn't happen quite the same way. Some of us got Raiders season tickets and then got stuck with them because there was no games. Yeah. We won't get into that yet, but there's all that. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
So now just watching everybody kind of come back to normal, and like today they lifted the mask mandate. It's all good stuff.
Yeah.
So
we're getting back, hopefully, little bit by little, but yeah.
So I'm going to ask you a question.
Oh boy.
Oh, I even have a microphone ready. So what have you heard about the word NFT?
Okay, yes, I wanted to bring this up. First of all, honestly, I'm not going to lie, I'm very confused by it, but I know it is the next generation of art and everything, and you are getting a head start into it, and everyone's very excited about it.
If you're even hearing the word right now, you're ahead of the game. Literally, for me, my understanding of it, what I see it as and why it's so amazing, is it's like when the internet first came out, when you were baby, and the internet came out. No one understood it. I mean, I just posted an article the other day that said internet is a passing thing, right? I mean, that's what people thought. They didn't understand it. They, people dismissed it, thought it was a scam, and now, look how much we use it. Yeah. So I will say my little interpretation on the short side of it is, there's this thing called cryptocurrency, which you've all heard about. Crypto reminds me of how a very, very efficient way to do banking that's very different than we've ever done it before. It's just much more efficient. So it's like when I was a little kid, I don't know, it doesn't seem that long ago, when my parents paid the bills, they had to go buy envelopes. We helped Mom lick stamps, and that's how we did our bills. Right. Now it's like no one carries cash, everything's on auto pay, and it's just a super efficient way of doing things. Credit cards were new once. We all abused those once in a while, and learned our lesson with that too. But that's the same thing that's happening with cryptocurrency. It's going to really revolutionize how we do banking, and and it's complicated right now, and NFTs, over most people's head. But basically, and I'll explain that in a minute, but my interpretation is just like when the internet first got started. It's going to be so much a part of our culture. It'll be like, your phone. I mean, introduce that iPhone to grandma and see what grandma thinks. She's like, what? I don't know how to what? I can see your face and we're talking? Like, what's going on? And then now, grandma can't live without her phone. She's like, oh, now I'm going to call so-and-so and so. Oh, I'm going to do a group call. So it's the same thing. That's how exciting, that's how much this whole thing is going to change. And so that's the crypto part of it. Now, crypto is tied into NFTs, which stands for a non-fungible token, because NFTs are bought and sold with crypto. Right. But people are getting super, super creative. It's the digital world versus the physical world. Right. My job is to bridge the two of them together. But there are things you can do digitally you can't do with physical art. For example, I got an NFT the other day that, it's got this little 3D character, and as he spins around, it has part of Steve Aoki's DJing to it. So you own part of the song as well. So you can add music to your art. Or like... they have a ball of wine that's called 19 Crimes. I don't know if you've seen it, but you have a little app that you can download, and you hold it up to your bottle, and the little criminal comes to life and starts talking to you. It's AR, right? Right. So you can do all these things with digital. And music, crazy. I saw an NFT a few weeks ago that was called Brain Drops. And it was like, I don't know if you've ever seen the flashing, like, kaleidoscope colors. Kind of like that, okay? Yeah. This thing was like flashing and everything. And then I turned the volume up, and it was this great music, right? These people singing harmonies of kind of like metal, high energy. Yeah. And I'm like, that's kind of interesting. So then I start to read about it, and it says this music probably has you getting goosebumps, and it's high energy. But let me be honest with you, the music means absolutely nothing. There are no lyrics to it. We are shouting out syllables that happen to be in harmony. And I was like, that's wild. How cool is that? Yeah. So who knows what people are going to come up with? So, right. So what do you know about an NFT? What? How would you describe an NFT? Do you know what a non-fungible token is? A little bit. Yeah. I've been trying so hard to understand it. I've read articles after articles. It's so. I feel like old grandma. I'm like, I don't understand anything. But it's brand new. And you know what? I just saw some statistics the other day that said about 90% of the world has no clue what NFTs are. Right. That's the whole world. So we're all kind of new and whatever. But so non-fungible token. Here we go. So a fungible token is when we have something that we could trade that is exactly the same thing. So you take a gallon of gas for the card, I get a gallon of gas, and we trade, and it's gas for gas, and there's no difference. Now, if we were to trade cars, it's different. because maybe my car has more miles on it than yours, and maybe mine's got, you know, a little bit older model and all these. So these are non-fungible tokens because they're not quite the same. You can't just exchange them the same way, and it's not an even trade. Okay. So a non-fungible token, these NFTs, that's exactly what they are. It's like it's a piece of art, but it's one of a kind, which means it has different value than an NFT next to it. Whereas like crypto is fungible because you can trade Bitcoin is Bitcoin, or, you know, Ethereum you could trade for the same value in such and such. So that's kind of what it is. And then, but here's where there are some things for me, a physical artist who knows nothing about NFTs really, except the last year learning and stuff, is that when I do a piece of art, the way I used to do it 10 years ago is I'd get out my pencil and paper and I'd sketch out my painting. And then, you know, iPad comes around, it's got a pencil with it, and now I can draw on my iPad. Now I'm looking at it and going, I'd like to make that all a little smaller. And I take two fingers and I squeeze it and go, okay, how about if I move you over this way a little bit? I could plan my whole painting out so much easier, and it feels like a pencil, looks like a pencil, but it's on an iPad. Now, what do I do with the digital sketch? It's not the same as pencil on paper because you can hold that up and say, there's only one of these. Right. So this NFT also sort of authenticates it and makes it so you can take one NFT and you put it into something called the blockchain. And the blockchain is like something that you scribble into that can never be erased, and it's traceable forever. So now, if I was to make an NFT out of this digital drawing, maybe a year ago I throw up my drawing on the internet and everybody goes, oh my gosh, that'd be a great meme. And then it's used by 100,000 people. And now all of a sudden one person grabs it and says, okay, we're going to take this one and we're going to make it the original because the author's going to say that he endorses this, he authenticates it, we're going to write it into a blockchain, and there's only one NFT that goes with it. So then you take that digital thing, which is something brand new, and now that becomes the one and only. Sort of like you can go to the Mona Lisa, you know, you can take pictures of the Mona Lisa, thousands of people can take pictures, none of them own it. Now there's a particular owner, like a certificate of authenticity. So for me, that's exciting because, like with sports memorabilia, half of all sports memorabilia is fake. We all know that. Right. Anybody, you know, grabs a pair of boxing gloves, I can do Muhammad Ali's signature. Okay, there we go. And then walk into a store and sell it. Maybe, you know, so you got to do a bunch of homework. Well, imagine that on a grand scale. It's the same thing with the art world because, you know, we have things like carbon testing and dating and things where we can tell a lot more about a painting, about its instead of just by looking at it going, oh, I know Van Gogh's strokes, and yes, this is a Van Gogh. Now we can do carbon dating and all this other stuff that makes it more accurate. Again, the more accurate, you know, we make it, the more the sophisticated forgers are, right? You know, but you know, because there's been people who say we're in charge of restoring paintings for the Vatican. Maybe they decide to be a forger because it's good money. Now all of a sudden we know about it. So what do? So say you're a country like Japan, and you buy a $200 million Van Gogh, and all of a sudden someone goes, you know what? We're not really sure if that's real or not, and then we would like to carbon test it. What are they going to do? Nope, can't touch it. Nope. Why would they want to embarrass themselves? So NFTs again provide a way of putting it into this blockchain where it becomes, you know, and offers all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, when I sold a painting 20 years ago for $1,200, maybe it's sold 10 times already, and maybe now the painting's $150,000. So, but I never got to see it. I got to see part of the 1,200. Now with NFTs, every time you buy something, you know, you can build in a little royalty that goes back to the artist. Or like I was looking at this thing, I think it was called Doggy Doodles. I don't know. There's some funny stuff out there. But I was looking at this NFT and I go, that's kind of cool. Like it's cute artwork, whatever. Yeah. I think maybe I wouldn't mind having that. I don't know. But then when I'm on the fence about it, and then I read the description. The description says, oh, you know what? We give 10% of every sale of every NFT to a no-kill dog shelter. So, now I gotta have one because that's something I care about. So now it's built in. So every time I sell it to you and you sell it to your mom and she sells it to, and we just keeps going back. Every time that happens, a little piece is going to help these little doggies out.
I gotcha.
So there's this great big world of a million possibilities. Everybody's going, what is this? And it's like anything. It's like a gold rush. Yeah. It's freaking cowboy town, man. There's gonna be some that get rich, but it's gonna be very few. The rest of the people are just running to the gold rush because their buddy says, oh, you got to come in here and get this. So I've been busy starting this new NFT company that's going to help out other artists and
Good.
you know, have my own art. But I am literally bringing all my friends and my family in, just like you, who are they're like, I don't know what an NFT is, you know, and I you know, teach me so I can understand. And right now it's like 20 steps to get one. You got to get money into Coinbase, and then your Coinbase wallet, then you got to connect MetaMask, and then MetaMask, and then you got to fund the MetaMask, and then you got to connect that wallet. It's not like just going, I just want to wear the hat, here's my credit card.
Right.
So we're going to try and simplify that,
Right.
and then take, you know, if you had an NFT, one of the things that we're doing is we're going to provide a way for you to take and make prints of your NFT. And I see, you know, another reason why people say, I don't get what the NFTs are. Like, they're freaking cartoony, pixelated. Like, I don't get why they're doing monkeys. Like, I don't get all that stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you see now is how much we all use our avatar. I mean, I have very few real pictures of real friends that are on there.
Right.
I'm seeing their little avatar that they made.
Right.
And then they use it on their Twitter, and they use it on their Instagram. They use it every time they message me, and I'm like, oh, you want to update? Someone's got a new picture. I'm like, well, it's the same guy. Oh, he's got an earring now. I see it. And they all look like cartoons. But it's kind of fun for people to kind of create their own identity, or like, you know, playing a game. So yeah, so I am just been overwhelmed with other, and then I've been buying and selling some NFTs to see if I can make some money, and then, you know, spending all day deciding whether I want to do it, waiting for these things called gas prices to, you know, that are really expensive. I'm buying an NFT for $50, but they want $300 in gas fees. What's going on, you know?
Right.
So there's a bunch of that going on, and then finally, when I do get a couple hours sleep, I wake up in the morning and realize I should have sold at 2 a.m. because it hit a high. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or it just bottomed out. Oh, I can't sleep. It's crazy, but you know, definitely don't feel alone, because that's the whole world. So, and it's moving so fast, just like the internet did.
Yeah.
You know, you just gotta get yourself in there, and not get scared, and just go, okay. Guess what? Nobody else knows anything either. We're just all trying to figure it out and what we can do with it. So, wow, that was. I think I just clocked myself at 200 words a minute.
No, it was very informative, and but I'm really glad that you're getting a head start into it, because, like you said, it is growing so fast, and your art is so successful in the real, tangible world. So I'm sure it will be just amazing on there.
I don't know. You know, I'm a baby in the digital world. Like, I have experience, you know, using computers and some of that stuff, but it's really a different sort of a game. And there's a lot of people who are digital artists that have never thought about actually taking a paintbrush. So it's going to be fun to just get everybody together. All of a sudden, it'll make sense where everybody's going to have NFTs and crypto, just like they do a phone. It's just going to happen. And you know, if you're listening right now, if you're watching right now, like, literally, you are in the ground floor. This is the very, very beginning. Everybody's new. You know, sometimes I'll hear people talk about, oh, you know, he's one of the OGs. I'm like, oh, geez, this thing's only like 5 years old. Like, how can you be a real OG? You know, but you know, people are hearing about guys like Beeple, who sold a painting for $66 million. That was a digital piece of art. And somebody asked me the other day, what's with the monkeys? What's with them? Why is everything apes, gorillas, baby gorillas, chimpanzees? And I was saying, so there's this club that's called the Bored Ape Yacht Club, right? Right. Everyone's heard of that, right? And so, because now we have all these celebrities that are buying a Bored Ape, right, or whatever. Right. But basically, they were the first real kind of NFTs that first got started. They were already all kind of friends in Silicon Valley, I would imagine. And because that was the very first one, they sort of get, you know, this. And then, you know, so everybody's like, wow, if that monkey can make money, why don't I just make an orangutan? Kind of the same. And now you can find, you know, female monkeys that are partners to the baby's cousin's uncle. And, you know, they're all derivatives. One person does it. So there's a lot of that and a lot of fluff. But it'll sort itself out. And then you'll get, you know, what the real value is. Just, you know, like on the phone. Like, man, I can videotape right now. And I can, you know, send this to someone. And I don't have to stand at a Xerox machine or whatever. I'm really making myself sound old, but but you know, it's kind of like, you know, the original Pac-Man, you know, some of the old school games came before everything else, and there's people that still, you know, enjoy that, you know. So I tried Frogger the other day on the RV, and I was terrible at it, man. I got squished so quick, and my wife's just like, oh, I can get him across the street. I'm like, how do you do that?
You're like, gosh darn it.
Before cheat codes. I need cheat codes to do everything.
Oh, absolutely.
But it's been, it's been fun. So no doubt, like, do you have an avatar?
Yes, I do on Facebook.
There you go. There's my
right,
point.
Right. No, it's true.
And do you use it for texting?
A little bit every now and then. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Where do you
it's,
find your so where if I want to find your avatar, would I see it on your any of your social media, or when do you like to use it?
I mostly Facebook, I think. So.
And like emojis and things? Is it one of those like where you can take and go, wow,
Exactly.
mind blown?
Exactly. Mostly in like the happy birthday ones,
Yeah.
where it's like holding a little.
Yeah. And then, wait a minute, that looks like Corey.
Exactly.
But they're a lot of fun, aren't they?
They are.
My girls are obsessed with Roblox. I think it's called Roblox.
Uh-huh.
Oh my gosh! And their games in the metaverse, which is a whole other thing as well. But in the metaverse, like they'll go in. Dad, I need your thumbprint. Oh, okay. What are we getting now?
Exactly.
Oh, I need points so that I can buy this baby cat. And then she needs a crown. And so now all these things you can take and say you designed this world that is like Corey Taylor metaverse, right? Corey Taylor land. And you walk in there, and on the walls you see your friends and your guests and sponsors and all these wonderful things. And then it's all like a group of good buddies and like a Taylor fam.
Yeah.
And that's fun. And that's like Discord too. It's the same kind of thing. Yeah, I used Discord for a couple years. If you're a gamer, you probably already know what Discord is. But I was playing Looney Tunes, where my Sylvester the cat and Bugs Bunny were trying to beat Porky the Pig and whoever. And so we had like teams, and that was the way we communicate. Okay, what's our strategy going to be? Tomorrow's our battle. It'd be like 50 grown adults who all think they're playing with other kids and realize that they're all adults when you actually start talking. But it was a great way to communicate. And I haven't really done that. I mean, I have a Discord right now, Godard Discord. Really, really fun. But I'm taking my friends that have collected my art and saying, hey, here's a channel where you can show what artwork you got in your house. And, oh, you like to draw? Oh, your kids drew something with some olives? Like, throw it in this channel over here. And then just,
cool.
Good morning. What are you up to today?
Right.
And it's like a whole community of just Goddard fam.
Yeah.
And so it's funny because, when you put it on Twitter or other social media, it just goes kind of everywhere.
Right.
And not that it's bad, but if you follow enough people or whatever, you get bombarded with, hey, where's my mom's post at? Like,
right.
And so that kind of thing. So I'm really enjoying that part of Discord, but it's very different. Takes a lot of work, and I don't know. I'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah.
I'm going at it.
I think you're figuring it out now.
Trying.
I think you got it done.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's cool, and then you're helping the other artists to get into it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that's a really big thing, and like you said, it's the future, and it's it's amazing that you're helping everyone to get into it.
We're trying to give back, and instead of like trying to sell out and do a what do they call a pump and dump, where some influencer says, hey, you should buy this, and then secretly goes, hey guys, buy some of these because I'm going to dump them next week, and you and I are going to make a fortune.
Right.
That happens a lot, and I've had those kind of people come to me and say, I want to do a project with you. I'm like,
no,
I don't think
thank
so.
you.
my fans are like old school. They're like people who like enjoy walking to a gallery and seeing a picture and buying a magnet or something to put on their fridge. Like that's and those are my people. Those are my people. So that's what I'm trying to do right now is kind of bridge that. So I'm trying to like educate on my Discord. On Twitter, they have this thing that's really great called Spaces, where where I don't have to worry about my hair. Right, I can just.
I love your hair.
I don't worry about how I look, man. Just
it.
go, and so that's kind of fun. But right now, what we did, we don't have any NFTs yet. We're gonna do a Genesis drop. What we're doing right now is we're selling it mint passes, and the mint passes are basically like a lifetime backstage pass into the Godard digital world. Mm-hmm. So. The pass will allow you to not just now but forever. Like if I drop an NFT next month, in 20 years you're going to be the first one to be able to get it. You're going to get it before the public. We're going to have events happening like parties and things like that that'll be just for the mint pass holders. Right. And that means also as far as my collaborations that I'm doing with other people or other celebrities, you'll get in on the ground floor of that.
Yeah.
And then what we're doing is we're taking a portion of that money and it's going to help promote other artists and charities. Awesome. So that's cool. But so right now we don't have an official like a PFP drop, where you have 52, or 5,000 monkeys, and one's got an earring, and that's something's on this year, and then he's got laser eyeballs. Like the PFP drops we're going to do, which are going to be really fun, and I have some fun ideas. My Olive's going to go crazy. But
I know, I can't wait. I'm excited.
Yeah, but we're gonna have NFTs where if you get a Godard NFT, you can actually get a print of it, to go with it, so you can hang it in your house as well as your telephone.
Yeah.
Just a lot of just wild things, and then all the collabs and stuff we're gonna be doing. So right now it's the very beginning, and rather than tell the whole world, hey man, I'm gonna be involved with this corporation, that corporation. Right now I'm kind of like doing it in stealth mode. Yeah. Where I'm bringing in my friends and my family and saying, okay, so we got 3 mint passes. One's, I think, 0.25 ETH, which I don't know what Ethereum is right now. So it's still kind of pricey. It might be like $800,000. And then we have the ones that are 1 ETH that are probably like $3,000 right now. And then the ones that are platinum, there's only 10 of those. And those are 10 ETH, which is about $30,000. But those passes, if you're in it to flip NFTs, everybody wants to get in on the white list or the wait list and get in before everybody else and be able to buy what they want to buy. So it guarantees you a percentage, does all these wonderful things, but it's a lifetime pass.
Right.
So once you have this pass, it's like having season tickets to the. Oh wow, my hair's really wild. That's what happens when I get excited.
You're like a little cartoon character.
Yeah, I am a cartoon character. You better believe it. So it's exciting to me. It's exciting to see all these people doing all these new things, and I just got involved, with the spaces in the last few months, and that's kind of cool because normally I don't know how it is in your world, but I'll tell Leanne, go, hey, we haven't done Facebook Live in a long time. Like we need to hop on there and do it. Okay, give me about an hour and a half. Let me do my hair and put some makeup on. I got to change out these clothes. I've been cleaning the house all day. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe tomorrow. Then.
Right.
And then it just doesn't happen.
Never happen.
And but with spaces, I'm just like, okay, let's just hop on there and just do it.
Yeah.
So, so I don't know. I'm having fun, and I'm having fun learning. It's something new.
Oh, yeah.
And exciting, so.
No, I'm very excited, and I actually really appreciate you explaining everything because now it's actually makes sense.
It's just a touch. I only know like this much.
You should do little TED Talks where you just explain everything because you explain it in good terms, right? I'm like, now it kind of makes sense. So.
I try, and everyone's like that right now, and anytime something is new. Yesterday I wanted to do as I was painting, I wanted to do like a time lapse. Of me doing it. I'm thought, wait a minute, I'm going to hold my camera and then also the canvas and then me in it. Like, that's not going to make sense. I need a tripod. And so Lane goes, we have a tripod. I'm like, okay, great. How do I set it up? Wait, I need a remote control. Oh, here's the remote control. So she had to basically do everything for me as I tried to figure it out. And then in the end, I wanted to be in charge of how the camera made me look and where it was, and it ended up I was blocking everything I was painting, so it was totally useless. And I was like, okay, well I got to learn this. I'll figure it out in a little bit. So I'm not being too hard on myself. And and the first thing I'll tell you what happened. The first thing is that on my Discord, there's so many things being, especially Twitter. Twitter's used a lot for talking about things digital, more so. It's like their go-to. Absolutely. Not so much Facebook, because Facebook's
kind of old,
controlled by the enemy. It's like MySpace. No, I still use Facebook. But so I told Leanne, I said, I don't know what half these words mean. Like, somebody wrote to me today, WAGA. Like, what does WAGA mean? I have no idea what WAGA means. So I looked it up, and in crypto terms, WAGA means family. So I'm like, like WAGA. Oh, they're telling me I'm family. Oh, that's cool. I don't want to be like Cheech and Chong where they go, tell them, hello, pendejo. That means good friend. You know what I mean? But so Leanne and I went through all the crypto speak, all the lingo, and literally she took an entire day just getting all the definitions so that someone could hop on there and say, oh, GM, oh, that means good morning, When my mom first got her phone, she would let me know about her doctors, and she'd say, listen, I got to go to the doctors. I think something might be wrong, LOL. I go, oh, okay. What time is your appointment? My appointment's tomorrow. Well, what are they going to be checking out? Well, they're going to be checking out, I don't know, my thyroid, LOL. I'm like, what is so damn funny about going to the doctor? And so I told her, why do you keep writing LOL? She goes, Lito, lots of love.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, Mom, it doesn't mean lots of love. It means, laugh out loud.
Right.
So that's the way it is
I don't
with the
think
crypto.
it's that funny.
Yeah. So,
How sweet.
so Leanne was telling me the other day, she said that she's part of some group that's like a mom's group, whatever. And she goes, yeah, you gotta. It takes a few weeks to learn the lingos of all the ladies. And I go, give me an example. She goes, well, like you have SS1 and SS2. I go, what's that? Stepson 1 and stepson 2. So people talking about their stepkids. So I said, man, we're always talking about, drama with, the ex or whatever. So I said, you should put something in there and call it, BM. She goes, BM, and I go, yeah, for bonus mom, right? Because when you're a stepmom, you're like a bonus mom. She goes, oh no, they're already using that. I go, really? Because I kind of like to write something using BM, and she says, no, that means baby mama. I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't know. So those kind of things, right? Just learning a little bit of the crypto. So you get into a room and everybody's going, oh, FOMO. No. FOMO?
Right.
What is FOMO? Fear of missing out. Oh, now I get it. And then what did my wife, after she had done it, she was teasing me all day. She kept throwing things at me. She goes, you've got weak hands. I go, what do you mean I got weak hands? She goes, you sell your NFTs too soon. You should learn to hang on to them for a while instead of just trying to flip them the next day. That means you have weak hands. I go, okay, you got me. But you don't want to feel silly.
Right.
So what I'm trying to do with my Discord is I'm trying to educate everybody. Say, hey, listen, you don't want to get scammed. You need to learn how to turn off DMs. Here's how you do it. I'll make a 5-second video, walk them through it, and then end of story. You don't have to ask anybody or feel ignored or feel like you're asking a dumb question. And that's literally everybody. So all my fans that have collected my art over the years, they're all in the same giant boat of what are we doing? And I want to help them understand that because I think it's going to be a big part of everything. So yeah, man. If I ever get sleep again, I don't know.
I know it has to be so much work, but I mean, I think it will be worth it. And you're a step ahead of the game, and now you can educate people, so that's really cool.
Yep, I'm gonna try. And you know what too? I mean, I had a lot of people tell me in the past year, hey, you should really get into NFTs. When there's going to be a Godard NFT? I'm like, I don't even know what an NFT is.
Right.
But as things started to come up, I'm like, well, I don't feel like I know what I'm doing yet. Mm-hmm. So I felt like I'm just gonna wait. So I did the right thing. I surrounded myself with people who are way smarter than I am. And then it starts to make sense because now I have people that will walk me through like I'm a baby. It's like being married. You'll see someday where you're like, can't you just say what you mean? Talk to me like I'm a 5-year-old. I cannot read your mind. That is me talking to my wife, by the way. I cannot read your mind. What do you mean? Well, just So yeah. But it's fun. So it's a very exciting new adventure for me. I'm still going to continue doing my paintings and all that.
Good.
But how fun would it be? Because right now, if you come to one of my art shows, a lot of people just say, oh, so what do you have, Corey? And you'd be like, oh, let me show you. What do? You get out your phone. I got this picture, and this picture.
Right.
And oh, by the way, I use this one as my avatar. And so, these high-res NFTs, now it's like, oh, you're the only one that can own that strawberry with the long, beautiful brown hair, with the, stuff. You know what I mean? So then it becomes very, super cool because, so I'm excited about all that and not excited about moving. And today on your show, I'm not moving things and packing boxes. God bless Corey Taylor.
Moving is the absolute worst, isn't it?
It is. I've moved so many times. I don't know. Yeah. I've moved so many times. Oh, I got to tell you something funny. So I remember when I was a kid that, there were certain houses that we lived in where I had really like happy memories and stuff. And I just, now as an adult, it seems like it was a dream, right? So like a long time ago. And so I'm thinking about this beautiful house we live in. We have a great big backyard where the kids are actually able to take go-karts and ride around in the backyard. Like I never grew up though. It's crazy, crazy cool.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be moving in April, and I start getting sad. I start getting sad about the house. Melancholy. I'm like, man, the girls don't even realize how wonderful this house is. All the amazing pool parties and fun stuff we did in the backyard. And I know they're only 8 and 9, but I need to have a serious chat with them. So they're in the middle of the Roblox game. Yeah, Dad, what do you want now? I'm like, no, seriously, you guys, I need your attention. We got to talk about something serious. So you're little right now, and you're going to forget a lot of things. But you know what? We're going to be moving out of this house, and this is a very special day because, you know, today when you guys go back to California, this is going to be the last time you're going to be in this house. You know, let's talk about some of the good times we had, and you know, upstairs when you know, I was playing Barbies with you, and you know, whatever, all that. So I'm trying to go through all that, and they're kind of half paying attention, trying to get what I'm saying, and I'm just like. You know, that I'm just like, you know, the kids, I just want to get through to them that take in what you see because it's your last time here, and getting them to embrace that. And I'm super melancholy over it. Leanne walks in the kitchen. She goes, "What the hell are you talking about?" I go, "Honey, we're leaving." She goes, "The kids are coming back 2 more times before they ever leave this house. You're just wasting your breath." "Oh, can we go back to Roblox?" I was like, but here it was so serious and so like, oh, I just really want to tell them this is just a pivotal moment in life. And Leanne's like, "Seriously, Michael, like let them play their game and leave them alone." And so I'm like, "Okay, sorry."
That's so funny.
I make things too complicated.
No, I understand though, because you know, in the blink of an eye, everything changes, and you're an adult, and you know, you can plan as much as you want, but nothing always goes exactly like you expect. And childhood is such an important thing, and your house is beautiful, and I mean that's amazing that you have all those memories, and you'll make plenty more in the new one, I'm sure. But I know what you mean. Absolutely, I get it.
And you know, we can be at the same place at the same time and remember things differently. Like you'll remember things that I didn't. And I was a weird kid. I remember being 7 years old. And I was listening to the adults. They're all drinking coffee and playing, I don't know, spades or whatever they played, cribbage, I don't know. But I asked my uncle, I said, "So who's your best friend when you were in, first grade?" And he goes, "I don't know." So then I asked my aunt, I go, "Who's your best friend?" "I don't know." And I was shocked. I was like, "What? When you turn into an adult, you forget your whole life." So I was freaked out. So this is how weird I am. So I had to go potty. I went and I'm sitting there on the throne, and I'm going, I don't want to forget my life. I'm not going to let that happen to me. So I memorized everything I could in the room at that moment. And I still can draw the curtains out and tell you about the 2 pieces of fuzz that were over in a corner, right sandwiched in the corner where the bathtub was. And I was just so concerned. And I don't know why. I still kind of feel that way a little bit. You know, I don't necessarily stress on my mortality every day, but I hate losing the things that, you know, happy memories and all that stuff. And as you get older, man, you know, another person in the family gets sick, and you know, grandma's got cancer, and so and so's, you know, has going through, and it's just like, wow, like everybody's getting older, and I just feel like everything's kind of slipping away. So in trying to reach out and grasp on that, I figured I would have this, you know, bountiful knowledge to share with my 8 and 9-year-olds so they could experience it the same way. They just want to play Roblox. That's it. But that's how I do. I mean, I literally make everything complicated too.
No.
So we're upstairs. Another story. I can't share this with Leanne. Well, it doesn't matter. But Leanne is on a mission. She's like, this house, especially our room, is a mess, and I need your help. And you know, we're gonna get this done. So she'd already done a bunch of stuff, and then she's like waiting for me to do my part. So I get a pair of pants on the floor, and I start kicking them. And she goes, "What are you doing?" I said, I'm kicking these." "What do you mean you're kicking them?" "Well, I'm going to kick them all the way to the hamper." She says, "Why can't you just bend over, pick up your pair of pants, and drop it in?" I go, "Well, I didn't really think of that. It was just easier because I accidentally kicked my pants and thought, oh, I'm going to help. I'll just keep kicking." And my brain's like, no common sense whatsoever. I'm just pushing this thing. And she's just like, "You know what? You're an idiot. I love you, but, you know, you have no common sense." And that's men in general, basically.
Well,
like
I'm actually the same way. You know why? I have, this is so weird, but I can pick up stuff with my toes. I always have, like, my mom called me monkey toes growing up.
See?
So I don't touch it because I'm a really big germaphobe person. So actually the pandemic's been kind of great for me because I just can clean everything.
Oh, nobody can touch each other.
Exactly.
Oh.
But so I don't touch things with my hands. So it works for me. So I kick everything too. So you're good. We're in the same boat, Michael.
All right, good. Yeah. That's funny. I think my wife's that way too. And if you can pick up things with your toes, it also means they can pinch. So I have to be very careful. But but that's funny. That's funny. Yeah. That's fun. Well, maybe we should do monkey feet. We should do monkey feet NFTs.
NFT, there you go.
Just monkey feet. They look like hands.
Yeah, that could be our new little that could be the cousins of the other ones.
You guys spend all your time on the faces. We
Right,
need
we
to
got the
focus on the
feet.
feet.
We got
And
the
then
feet.
you have weak feet, little feet. You paint their toenails. And,
I
oh
like
my
it.
gosh.
They can have little olives on them.
A little
See? There you go.
I like it. I like it.
Could pick
Yeah.
out the olives with their feet.
Yeah. Oh, my brain's. I'm not going to sleep tonight. I'll be thinking of monkey feet. You know, I'm actually picturing monkey feet right now because the last time I draw out a monkey's foot, they have 4 fingers. They look like fingers that come out of their feet. They're very, very long. But the distance between that and they have like a thumb, you know, kind of that sticks out on their foot. But it's way back here. So, anyways, I'm thinking of, you know, anatomy, ape anatomy, ape anatomy. Tune in for next week's ape anatomy special. It's all her idea.
There you go. I'll take the little 10% for the NFTs.
Heck yeah, the royalties built in, and 5% will go back to monkeys who have foot problems.
Perfect. Oh my gosh.
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, we'll get the
Charity,
first
got everything in there.
Monkey podiatrist. That's what's next.
Perfect.
Yeah.
We can make this work. See,
Right?
now
Yeah, that's
I'm
it.
finally getting it. Thank you.
Yeah. Did I say that right? Is it a podiatrist?
Yes. Yeah.
Podiatrist and pediatrician are different, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of Zoolander right now because she's a podiatrist. Oh, she can read minds. You know, like I don't know. It's fun. That's fun though.
That
But
is
you know,
so
it's
funny.
you know, yeah. Okay.
You're so funny, Michael.
Shiny penny.
No, I'm just so excited, and I think it's great that you're doing all this and getting in on the ground and helping other artists.
Yeah.
You know, you always have you've always find other things to help other artists, and you know,
That's
it's
right.
very. You guys are so unbelievably talented, and art is unfortunately such a hard world, and there's so many different artists, but you really help and you build these artists up, and it's amazing, even with the Legion Stadium, everything you did. I mean,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
incredible.
hoping to get to get back. I mean, I try.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. But again, there's so many people who really, really love to draw. And as you know, you grow up nowadays, and public schools are running out of funding for
Yeah.
music classes.
Yeah.
Used to be when we were kids, you automatically had to pick an instrument. Everybody
Mm-hmm.
picks an instrument, and you had lots of drawing. Now it's more focused on academics.
Right.
Those are seen as superfluous things, not really
Right.
necessary. You need your brain. So, you know, if someone comes to me and they say, oh, you know, how can I get my art out there? I'm always scratching my head going, what can I do? So I'm thinking right now, one of the ways, because I just had somebody email me yesterday, how can I do it? I said, you know what? Hop on my Discord. Well, what's Discord? Listen, you just joined Discord. Let me show off your artwork. I'll show you the channel, and let the people that are looking at my stuff also look at yours, because that's all it takes, you know. Someone who maybe hasn't tuned in before, somebody who's listening, going, "Hey, you know, you got to check out Corey's show next week," and they listen to go, "Oh my gosh, that really is fun. Oh, I can relate to her." And you know, next thing you know, they've told 2 friends, and that's
Yeah.
kind of how it works.
have
And with
that.
art, it helps to have people buy your stuff. So.
That's right.
That's
That's the
work.
whole point.
That's work.
And then you got your beautiful, talented daughter, and I'm so excited for her too with the baby and gear.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just your whole family are just really incredibly talented,
I'll tell you,
and lovely. I mean, you just have a beautiful family.
I am
You're
very,
so
very
blessed.
lucky.
Yeah.
I've got everyone fooled. Gear has been a blessing because someone else is taking on that financial responsibility. So it's so funny. I don't know when it was. It was a couple years ago, but Maddie came to me. She goes, "Dad, will you help me buy some tires?" And I said, "I told you your tires are going to go flat if you're running the tread off and you need to go get it." I know, but I got a flat and I can't really afford to fix it. So will you help me with my tires? I go, "Wait a minute. What happened to $300 I gave you for a birthday?" Oh my God. Who uses birthday money to pay bills?
Right.
Like they're 2 different kinds of money. Oh, birthday money's over here. This is
For
fun
sure.
stuff. Bill money's over here. This is, and it's so funny. So
It's like 2 different
God bless
cryptocurrencies.
yeah, she's good though. She's like one of my biggest fans, and she tells me all the time. She goes, "Dad, I know everybody loves your art, but when you get on the phone with me, you ask me about a piece of art, I'm going to give you the truth." So she loves to just rip into me. She goes, "Well, and she's like Leanne. Leanne will say, "You know what, I really like it, honey, but there's this one area," and then I'll be, no, really, you need to look. No. Look, you weren't wearing your glasses, okay? What are you talking about? Put my glasses on. Oh my God, she's right. So I keep very humble that way, but no, surrounding myself with good people. Last night we had to get in a round of. I still like to play Call of Duty Zombies. I had to get a round into killing zombies, but
There you go. Got him.
but I'm always being yelled at. My daughter's always yelling at me, "Dad, come over here. You need to revive me." Oh my gosh, you're ruining everything. You should have follow me. I'm over here. I'm where are you in the game? Like, where are you in this universe? I'm right here. I don't know where here is. Like the blue house. I go, there's 6 blue houses. Like I panic. But I have so much fun. So
are you loving the VR world and everything? Or?
I am. Now VR, I got to tell you, I think the VR is amazing because I have the Quest and I have the Oculus. When the little ones come over, we can actually use this thing called Tilt Brush. And I could build a room, like literally, you want a pink chair that looks just like a real chair, and I can, draw it and build a chair. So we built a beauty salon and some other stuff.
Thank gosh you're an artist.
Yeah, it's not. They make it pretty easy, but anyway, I could build a room like that, and then next thing you know, they've quit the game. Like they're off doing something else, and I'm still 2 hours in going, wait, let me just add this little diamond to your mirror. Like I get lost in it. But I will tell you that after spending anytime doing anything, even if you watch a movie, if you go to bed right afterwards, that stuff is still on your mind. So, if the VR thing, it seems like it takes even longer to get yourself acclimated to reality again. Yeah. So everything's like, and I'm still hearing zombie doing, oh no, I'm just dreaming. And then I'll go, but so I think VR is great, but I think it's going to have to be timed.
Yeah.
So that people don't go bonkers in there.
Yeah.
I think the other danger too, is everything now being catered to us where you don't have to go out and go to the movies. Like you can watch any movie you want to in your house. Right. Groceries come to you, like pretty much everything can. Yeah. And I wonder kind of how that's going to work socially because, you see the people, the train wrecks from 90 Day Fiance. Oh, I'm marrying that person the same day. I just know it's going to be love. It's like, you think maybe you guys could have went somewhere, like actually physically seen each other? Oh my gosh, he's nothing like what I looked like. He's 4 feet tall, and he told me he's the tallest one in the family. Well, he's the tallest one in the family, but he's only 4 feet tall. So but you don't know what you get. So I'm a little bit concerned about that, and that. But here I am saying that, and I met on a matchmaking site. I met my wife on a matchmaking site. It's
you guys are perfect for each other. I love Leanne. I absolutely love her, and you guys are such a great couple.
Yeah, she's awesome. But I wonder about this, like this other universes and things you can go into where. Instead of, I watch my kids do it. I watch them play a game like I do, and literally, if I don't say you have to stop, they won't eat. Yeah. They're like, I'm not hungry. Don't bother me. Yeah. And it could go hours, and they're just little kids. When I was a little kid, we were milking, fake wooden cows, and had to go play outside, and I don't know what the cow thing had to do with it. Sorry, we were carving monkey feet. But I do worry about people getting enough social.
Yeah.
I mean. When I was little, you knew all your neighbors. Now it's like, I don't know if my neighbor's creepy or not because I've never talked to them.
It's true. No, it is.
So I don't know. I hope that people, find a balance, right? That's what it's all about. It's all just a balance. But No. Not like dogs, where dogs just. My wife loves our dog. I'm number 2, but I mean the dog never talks back. So she's one side and just loves her the way that I do, but never talks back. So it's got a huge advantage. But
that
anyways,
is so...
yeah.
You crack me up, Michael. You're so funny.
It's just something's wrong with my mind. I'm like that Willy Wonka guy where I just like nuts inside, and every once in a while I give everybody a sneak peek. What's wrong with him? He's special. He's special. So
I have a question. So, it's kind of in and out all the time now, but cruise ships are kind of coming back. So are you starting to do that again, or are they kind of limiting it with the art and stuff? Or?
So it's not what it was, and certainly, there's some great deals on cruise ships. Cruise ships are very much like our hometown Vegas, in that Vegas was losing so much money in the casinos. They had to figure out a way to get players to be able to play again and make them feel safe. The cruise lines are doing their best to do the same thing. Of course, there'll be flare-ups here and there, but one of the things, if you get on a cruise ship right now, it's like being on a yacht, meaning that they're running at 30% or 20% capacity. Mm-hmm. So normally on a cruise ship, when everyone's running the buffet, you got your pick. You're not being run over by little kids. It's really nice. Getting in on and off the ship's really easy. If you're traveling outside of the country, lots of COVID tests. Yeah. Immigration's different everywhere. Traveling is still kind of, kind of difficult because most of the airlines are still short-staffed. Right. So there's been more delays with our flights and all that. But in general, the cruise ships are going to come back. They're just trying to get to a point where people are confident. They're offering some great deals. You know, should you go on a cruise ship? You know what? Right now is a great time to find a deal. Like you can get it for pennies on the dollar because they want people to go have a good time. They don't want them to get sick.
Right.
And of course, you got to do your own. You know, you got to do your own due diligence.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
But I think I'm hoping it comes back full blown. Obviously, it's a big industry. Everybody loves to travel, but people got to feel safe first. So I think that's what they're trying to do. Just like Vegas, they said, oh, you can walk around the casino, but you're still going to do it with your mask on.
No.
You're still going to take your temperature, although the mask got removed today. But if you're touching chips and things that other people, I don't have to tell you. You're like, oh, wait a minute. What's on those chips? Let me see that microscope. Yeah. So I get it.
I can't gamble with my feet.
Yeah, my daughter's that way too. My daughter Catalina, she washes her hand 10 times a day, always telling her sister, you know, to do it. I was the type of kid, oh yeah, sure, I'm brushing my teeth. I just wet my toothbrush and then wet the sink. I do all these things that would have taken me less time to actually brush my teeth, but I would do all these things to try and, you know, fool everybody. But I'm better now. Just I don't want everybody thinking that, you know.
Yes.
He's a nice guest, but don't breathe your way.
No.
But
Michael, you are insane.
but yeah, the cruise ship question. Yes. So I think cruises are good, yeah, and I think it's going to come back. I'm looking forward to it because that was a lot of my business, and one of the funnest parts of my job is, you know, getting to go to places like Venice or Russia or, you know, whatever.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get to sell your art. I mean, can you get any better?
No, it's pretty good. It's pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Even we've been doing lots more land events. Last year,
Yeah,
I
you
did,
are all over the place.
Yeah,
My
I
goodness.
did 38 last year. I'm so.
Oh my gosh.
That's because most of the regular galleries were closed. But this year, some exciting things. I'm going to do another tour in Canada. And my wife just informed me, and she goes, so I need to talk to you about this Canadian thing we're doing. I go, what's up? They go, well, the gallery, they're thinking that because of all the RSVPs and pre-sales that it's going to be too crowded, so they're not going to be able to have the art show in the gallery. I go, well, what are they going to have? She goes, well, they're thinking about in the middle of the foyer, in the middle of the mall, and stanching it off. Are you good with that? I go, oh, I'm fine with that. That's cool, you know, because then, you know, you get to see more people. But it's nice to hear that people are still, you know, excited, you know, about the artwork. You know, and that's always fun. Still feeling relevant. So, you know, newbie in the NFT space, but physical art I'm doing all right. Yeah, that's crazy. I want to draw monkeys right now for some reason. Now you put that in my mind, I can't let go of it.
You should make like little olive monkeys, or they like have maybe.
See?
We could do this.
That's
it could be a little like knockoff of the NFT, like a little joke thing, kind of, with the other one.
You know, here's the thing though. Sometimes
like
you do something. Think about how crazy inventions were made by accident. You come up with a crazy idea as a joke, and then all of a sudden, what happens if everybody really likes it? And then you're like, yeah, I used to be the olive guy. I did Corey Taylor one day. Now I draw his monkey feet. Yeah, he's the monkey feet guy. And there's the inventor. There's Corey Taylor. She can actually do things like unbelievable. She's like the OG of monkey feet.
I could be like your little muse. You could take videos of my feet. I could send them to you through digital world, and we could do it.
I got to tell you, and I do love monkeys. My daughter Kelly, and again, another thing you guys have in common, she loves monkeys, and all different types of monkeys and chimps or whatever. But it's surreal when you look at a monkey, how human-like they are.
Yeah. Oh, it's incredible.
And you know, and all those things. And I just read something recently that I need to share. So I saw that people like dogs more than cats for the most part, because dogs can do a lot more expressions than cats can, because apparently cats don't have all the muscles in their eyebrows that dogs do. So I'm thinking monkeys probably have a whole bunch of traits that are, you know, but really important stuff.
Maybe you should get a pet monkey now.
Oh, jeez. I don't know what I would do with it. Liam be like, oh yeah, another animal? No, thank you. We have a dog, and she is perfect. Not
That's
like
right.
you. She's perfect.
That is so funny. No, I think you're so, and you do so many different types of art, and I'm so excited for you to get in the NFT world and kill it with that and help other artists, which you always do. Like I said, you're just such a good-hearted person, and you always try to help everyone.
And honestly, you know, if you're watching, or even you, Corey, like if you have a question about NFTs or anything, or like, hey, do you have any hot tips for some hot NFTs or whatever? I mean, I'm just, you know, I'm just a text away, or social media away, or Discord away, and you can ask me, because I'm just, I figure the more good I do, the more that'll come back to me.
That's right.
So, you know, I can balance out my karma, but that's the same thing I do with my friends. I'd be like, you know what? You just talked about 15 things that I don't know anything about, so I'm going to be picking your brain. I'm going to call you 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to be sitting in your car when you walk out to it in the morning with your coffee. Like, I have things I need to know. So, but no, it feels good to be able to help people, especially people that are creatives, you know, whether it's art or like, you know, what you do, and getting people together and saying, you know, I don't know how to do this, but that person does and this person does. How about I put those two together? And then, yeah, so that's kind of what it's about. So if you have an NFT question, ask me. Look for me on Spaces and Official Godard on Twitter and all these other crazy places. Yeah, but it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun, exciting, and literally, if you know anything about it, even if you've heard the word, you're on the ground floor. Like, this is really like the internet being introduced for the first time. It's crazy cool and going to change everything, and I'm happy to be part of it.
That's right. That's right. You're going to be
you guys put vodka
the king
in this? Feeling really good. Feeling really
gonna
good.
Be the king of NFTs soon.
Yeah, king and the queen, and yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. And there's so many possibilities. And I have friends of mine that are musicians that want to do NFTs. And so we have actually got another business besides the Godard NFT project, which is called Mint Road. And we're going to be helping anybody who wants to get into NFTs, from musicians to actors to people who want to be in the metaverse. And just, it could be, you know, it's kind of like our business, Max Art, where someone, you know, we have people that come in that, you know, are photographers that just does it as a hobby. And then we have people that are like National Geographic. So we want to be able to take care of everybody. And my work is going to be that I see as basically bringing people in that are beginners. You know, I have partners and stuff that are for the expert, the big money people, but for someone who just wants to be creative and, you know, comes up with an idea, that's who I want to kind of help in and help do it. So yeah, more of that.
Yes. I'll try and start thinking of some, and then I could just call you at all hours of the day. And
you know how we've been so successful with monkey feet? Now I'm thinking we do monkey keychains with monkey ears, because they're good luck in Japan or something. You never know. Yeah. And then everybody's going to be doing feet, and it'll be like, oh, I did llama feet. Yeah, well, you know, it was Corey Taylor who inspired me. I got llama feet from monkey feet.
That's right.
That's how it rolls, man.
I got it all on camera, though, so I got to get that little royalty.
Yeah. So a typical day for you right now. How did you wake up today? What are you doing tomorrow? What are your plans for the weekend?
Oh my
Anything exciting going on?
Not really. Well, actually, I'm filming this weekend, hopefully.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
More acting?
Yes, more acting.
By the way, I don't know. She hasn't really released to the public all the little films she's been in, but quite a few I've actually witnessed, and you're actually really good.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
I love it.
Thank you. I'll think of an acting NFT so we could do it somewhere.
See? But that's fun. So when you do you always have speaking parts, or sometimes you like an extra in your things, or
not so much anymore. Mostly speak. I used to do like background and stuff. I'm open to anything, especially money. I'm open to anything with money. So.
Yeah. How fun. So my girls do a little bit of it, but I always had a hard time if there were particular lines or something. And I haven't done stuff like that, but I've done stuff where they say, okay, you're going to be advertising this, so this is what you need to say. And then I'll read it, and then I'll get it totally wrong. And then I'll read it, and I'll get it totally wrong. And just over and over. So, but if I take it and I crumple it up and go, tell me what you want to... Okay, got it. I'll say it in my own words, then I'm fine.
Then you're an audio learner, basically, right?
Yeah. So, but I mean that's got to be so hard. And I'm sure some of the parts they want you to say an exact phrase because they've spent the time to actually write it.
Right. You got to deal with the technical right, but you know it's so much fun. But you're very talented at it too.
The only time I ever act is if I think I'm in trouble and I got to pretend I didn't know what I was doing, and my wife sees right through it. But I think it's really fun. It's amazing to one of the things I like to do on YouTube is I like to look up auditions of people that are famous now.
Oh yeah, I know it's so the best, fun. Isn't it? It's so amazing. Yeah,
like that's Leonardo DiCaprio. He looks like he's about 6 years old right there. Yeah. Or you see people that are like totally naturals. I watched one on, I think it was Selena Gomez. It was like one of the Mickey Mouse Club.
Right.
I was like, that girl was like born to act. Like, you know, that's kind of great. But I've always thought at the same time, you know, if you're dating an actress, like what would that be like? Because how do you know what's real and what's not?
Wow.
My kids know how to fake cry. So they're like, oh, just kidding, Dad. I was faking that. I wanted that toy. Now I'm fine.
That is so funny.
It goes through the minds of the non-actors.
We can get your little ones into movies too. They could start doing it.
They're totally into it. Like
That's
they go to auditions probably a couple times a month, and just did something with Kevin Hart and some others. Like they're connected. They might even have their SAG cards.
Good.
And but I'll be like, oh, so what was Kevin Hart? Oh, he was nice. They have no idea who he is. They're like, he's just this really nice guy who was
That's
on
the best
set.
And then they'll grow up and they'll be like, oh my gosh, I did this with Kevin Hart. And no, it's incredible.
Yeah, but I love that whole world. There's nothing like just kind of wanting to veg and go to someplace else and turning on a good movie, you know, or something, like that. We just watched yesterday. We watched the Boleyn sisters, I guess. Great story with Henry VIII.
Right.
I was like, honey, you better be nice to me. You get your head cut off. Like, yeah, whatever. You're all talk, but it's fun. It's fun to be. I've never got to do that part of it, but
you have lost your mind.
Yeah, I know. I have lost my mind. You know what? Okay, so last night, can't sleep. It's about 11 o'clock at night. I get on, I think it was Prime, and I like to watch documentaries, and it was called Folding. And that was the thing. It's about people who fold paper. Like, they literally quit their job as a mathematician to fold paper. And I was fascinated by it. I've seen the beginning like 10 times because I always fall asleep and it does its work, but I always miss the ending. But yeah, these people will do these crazy things with paper, and I'm just like, wow, like that's a job, like, you know. And but there's good things that come out of it, like, you know, from architecture and I don't know. And then the guy starts out the show. This is what got me hooked. He goes, folds are everywhere. Your skin folds, you know, the universe is folded. The fabric of the universe folds. Everything around you is folded. There's folds in and I'm just going, oh my God, I'm surrounded by folds. And I thought, wow, I need to know more about folds because they're everywhere. Like my shirt's folding.
Dreams,
yeah, they're gonna be in my dreams.
It's just everything folding.
In the morning, I'm like, you know, doing origami, you know, what's this? But it's amazing. You watch some of those people, they can literally take any object and make it. And they said there's 3 rules. You have to start with a single piece of paper. You're not allowed to use scissors or glue. And I don't know. I didn't break down the 3 rules very well. But 3 rules. You got to start with one piece of paper, turn it into something else. You're not allowed to cut it. That's rule number 2. And 3, you're not allowed to use glue. And you got to make it all out of one piece of paper. Mm-hmm. But fascinating what these people can do. And the fold experts, yes.
Yeah, maybe that could be your new thing too. You could fold some monkey feet.
I could. There's people that can make it, man. I saw them. Mm-hmm. They have all their own technique, but it's fascinating with all that stuff. But yeah, TV shows and all that. So where do I catch some of your?
Some of my movie on Prime. You can do it on Prime and I don't know, everywhere, Tubi, and just everywhere.
I'll have fun.
So, yeah.
You'll have to send me a link to something that you like, and then I'll find all the dirt later.
There we
Get
go.
all the good stuff that you don't like too, because we all have that too.
I could gossip with you on some behind the scenes stuff, and we could do.
Yeah.
But no, you should get into it. We could get your daughter, everyone, Leanne, everyone. We could start doing little movies. It'd be fun.
It would be. The kids loved it. I mean, I think we did it as a kid. We pretended.
Yeah.
Madison used to have the Madison Talk Show.
Where,
cute. And her sister would be director, but she would ask questions. She'd make up this crazy nonsense that just went on. But they liked to not just make the movie, but they had to get dressed up, which meant, where's mom's clothes?
Right.
Where's dad's shoes? What can I do with your ties? And then they wanted to have, the piece of paper, and they draw out with their crayons very neatly, like the Madison Talk Show. That would make it like legit.
That's
right there
right.
by having
That's
a sign.
Right.
And then intermission, same thing. Here's intermission. I actually came across some of those a few weeks ago when we were packing, and the old little VHS.
That you put in the big
little
VHS.
side ones.
Yes.
So thank goodness I have the recorder, which means I have a way to play it. I just gotta get the right chords. Mm-hmm. And then I found 2 old phones yesterday. I don't even know if one of them was a phone. It was an iPod. It was an iPod, and it held a whole bunch of songs. But I'm trying to find a cord so I can charge it and see what's in it. But the cords were about this wide, and they used to be kind of wide even when you put them in your phone. So I'm on a mission to see what kind of knucklehead stuff is on there, and maybe come across some gems. But I don't know. I've had a lot of fun today. You're so fun.
You're so. I just always love hanging out with you on the show and getting to know everything. And I really learned so much from you today.
Good.
So I'm excited because now I could start informing people on NFTs. I could be like,
That's it.
I know everything now. So
yeah, and I think it's going to come up in topics again. Because everybody seems to be headed that direction, and it's exciting. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. But anyways, I've had a great time. Thank you.
I love always hanging out with you.
You make me feel so good. I feel like I'm
best.
special. I'm special.
You are special.
Thank you. And but it's been really fun. I talked to Manny and Gear. I know that they'll wanted me to tell you hello, and they're always working now, which I love.
I know. No, that's awesome.
You guys are too busy. Oh, good. I get to talk to Corey all by myself. And you guys are making money, which means I don't have to spend it. So.
Yours.
Yeah.
There you go. Solve everything.
Yeah.
But where can people follow you, keep up to date? Where can they go check out your NFT and buy the Mint Pass? Everything. Where can people do all that?
So my Twitter, first of all, is because I have some of the links there. Twitter is official Godard on Twitter.
And that's where the spaces is too. Okay, cool.
Discord is Godard. Well, it's Godard. Goddard, I think it's called Goddard, just Goddard.
Okay.
I think. My NFT website is nft.michaelgoddard.com. Okay. And my last name, Goddard, is spelled with one D in the middle. Right. Sometimes people spell it with two. So you can also go to my Instagram, which is Goddard's Crazy Life, or my Facebook, which is official Goddard as well. And there'll be links on there where you can kind of find it. But everyone is welcome. Everyone, even you.
Even you. That's pretty lucky of them. So.
Yeah.
I thank you so much for being on. I always love having you. You're truly just one of my favorite guests. It feels like I'm just hanging out. And
we are. In our own safe little bubble.
That's right. A little.
I love it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for being on. It's truly and always an honor. And thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out everything he does. I mean, you could just pretty much walk into any building and you'll probably find one of his art pieces somewhere. And just check out everything. I'm so excited for NFT. Follow him and everything. You can start learning a lot too. So
I'll help you. That's what I'm there for.
There you go. Well, thank you so much, Michael.
Thank you, Corey.
Thank you, guys. And remember, never give up. Always believe and you'll achieve. Thank you. God bless.
Oh my God! Is that a new wrinkle?
Being a screen queen is so tough. I used to have deep wrinkles all over my face until I found Screen Queen Beauty's anti-wrinkle cream. Now deep wrinkles can be a thing of the past.
Screen Queen, you guys are photo! A Screen Queen Beauty! Anti-wrinkle cream! Today!